unique tips to stay motivated every time and everywhere. See, this is one of the most important topic which most of the people they do not understand properly. Motivation as such, they have a just general understanding ki something drives them and they just move that thing, or they just start doing that particular thing. But in detail, if you understand what motivation is, then you will forever stay motivated, and you will ever stay productivity, and you can achieve all the tasks and stuff whatever you have intended for yourself. Hi there, this is Kuldeep Eregodu. I am a serial entrepreneur and founder of Blitz Networking Hub. I am on a mission to empower millions of individuals to achieve time, place, and financial freedom with the help of Blitz Networking model. If you want to know more about Blitz Networking model, just check out the link given in the description and you will just learn for yourself. So today we are discussing one of the most important topic, that is unique tips to stay motivated throughout, every time and anywhere or everywhere. So this is what the topic is. Okay, I'm using mind map to decode what are all the concepts which I'll be covering, and it is very important for you to make notes. And also please subscribe to this particular channel, hit the bell icon, and please forward this particular video to as many people as possible, because many people require motivation and it is your duty to help them in a small way by just forwarding this particular video. So without doing further, let us quickly jump into the mind map and decode what exactly are the unique tips and tactics for motivation. Just jump into the mind map. Unique tips to stay motivated every time and everywhere. Okay, so that is the topic. So the video might be a little bit lengthy because I'm covering a lot of stuff, and also I'll be just a couple of concepts I'll just read out, but I will not explain. If you want to go through in detail, then you can just go through my blog article where I have given in detail. You can just read it. It is about 13-14 page article. You can just read in depth and you will get comprehensive knowledge about all the tips and tricks about the motivation. Okay, so now as usual, the first one is introduction. What does motivation mean? How to gain motivation? How does motivation works and what makes it work? What is intrinsic motivation? Psychological ideas about what drives people from inside. What exactly happens when you are internally motivated? Definition of external motivation. Psychological facts that explain external motivation. Common reasons why people often feel restless and unmotivated. Very important part. How can you stay motivated in tough times and how to gain it? Okay. How to keep going on and on when things get very hard for you. And finally, conclusion. Do not miss the conclusion because I have got a couple of cool stuff and announcements. So watch this video till the end. Make use of this particular video and make notes, and happy learning for you all. Okay, now see, in general, what is motivation? See, motivation in general is nothing but something which drives you to do certain task and you will achieve that particular task. Now you might ask, every time people will not get motivated, but it is through practice, it is through habit, the motivation keeps happening. For some people, every day they get up from the bed and they just get motivated. That is because of the year-long habit that they have followed up. Okay, now for a couple of people, sometimes they get motivated and some days they are not motivated. Motivation fades away quickly, but sometimes they just get high motivation. So why that happens? We will just find out all that in this particular sequence. Okay, now what does motivation means? How to gain it? Just focus here. See, the unforeseen force, the unseen force that pursues us towards our goal is motivation. You don't know what is that unseen force. You cannot see that, but something drives you to get your goal or achievement to done. That is called as motivation. See, it is nothing but a catalyst that transforms routine activity into a meaningful endeavor. Okay, now you know what is that routine activity, but you will not focus on that activity, or you will not give much of importance on that particular activity. But motivation acts as a catalyst. Catalyst is nothing but which smoothens or which activates. Okay, so that catalyst, it acts as a catalyst in order to achieve a meaningful endeavor. That is, whatever the goal you have set, achieving those goals. Whatever the dream you have dreamt of, achieving those dreams. Hope you understood. How does motivation works and what makes it to work? Okay, now Motivation is a line of dance in the brain orchestrated by the group of chemicals as neurotransmitters. Okay, listen carefully. Motivation is the line of dance. It is just lines of dance in the brain. Orchestrated means sung by the group of chemicals called as neurotransmitters. Now there are two chemicals we need to understand. What are those two chemicals? One is dopamine and the other one is serotonin and norepinephrine. Okay, now dopamine is which signals reward. What is dopamine? It is an internal neurochemical which is generated by the glands of our body, and the brain carries those dopamine. Okay, now what happens when this particular dopamine is generated? It will signal towards the reward. Now what kind of reward? It can be anything: achieving your goal, or making money, or building a big house, or purchasing a car. Whatever it is, that is a reward. So this pushes, or this dopamine pushes to achieve that particular reward. Now serotonin and norepinephrine, what it will do? That will keep your mind stable and concentrate. Okay, these two chemicals are responsible for keeping your mind stable and concentrate. Now when motivation happens, automatically these chemicals are formed inside your body, and one dopamine that will push you towards reward, and these two chemicals, serotonin and norepinephrine, that will help you to keep your mind calm, concentrate and stable. Hope you understood. Now there are two forces of motivation. What are those two forces? Let us just understand one by one. One is intrinsic forces and the second one is extrinsic forces. Nothing but internal and external. Okay, now internal force or internal motivation happens. It is why it happens because it's deep rooted in your internal factors like passion, your fulfillment or curiosity. Okay, so there are other reasons also, but these three are the main reasons. Your passion, whatever, if your passion towards such a couple of things, that will be your intrinsic or internal motivation. Fulfillment, you have to just get the feeling that I have to fulfill that is your fulfillment. And curiosity, that is suspense. Whatever you feel like, what's happening, what is going to happen, what is that kind of suspense or curiosity that will drive you towards your motivation. That is your internal motivation. Now what is extrinsic or external motivation? Say it's prompted by external elements such as rewards, praise or fear of negative consequences. There are many factors, but these are the three main factors. One is your fear of negative consequences. You might feel that what will happen, or your fear. Okay, next is praise in the sense, if you do this particular task, what that person will tell, or what my boss will tell, or what my employees or what my customers will tell. See, this is called as praise. And reward can be anything. It can be your satisfaction, self-satisfaction, earning money, earning a car, earning whatever you have dreamt of, and things like that. So these are the external motivation or external forces. So hope you understood. If you want to download this particular mind map, the link for the same is given in the description. You can just download the same. So what is intrinsic motivation? See, now intrinsic motivation, it's the drive or desire coming from inside a person. It can be a drive which is generated inside your body. So it's generated from a person's hobby, value and satisfaction that gets from doing something. Okay, see, it can be whatever the hobby you have generated, or what can be whatever the habit you have developed for yourself. It is the value. What is the value system you are attached to? Your goals, your vision, the value, what kind of value you follow. It can be from the childhood to whatever the age you are watching this particular video. And also the satisfaction that gets from doing something. Whatever the satisfaction or whatever the desire which you achieve by doing something, that drives your internal motivation. Now there are 4 parts of internal motivation. So the number 1 is strong feeling and personal interest. Very, very important. You should have a very, very strong feeling and personal interest to a couple of things. It can be your goal. It can be your dream. It can be something, or construction of house, or doing certain job, or for satisfaction, or whatever it is. So that will help you. That is one of the internal part of your motivation. Second one is alignment of values. Now, whatever the value you are associated with, it can be from your childhood days, from your school, from your college days, or from your mentor, or from your teacher, whoever it is, whatever the value you have acquired, or whatever the value you have developed on your own, based on that, and the alignment of those values, that will also help you in part of your internal motivation. Inherent happiness. What is the kind of happiness which you generate from inside? And finally, the fourth one is a sense of independence. This is nothing but you feel that independence. When you achieve certain things, you feel that independence, that I have achieved this, I have got independence, I am financially free, or I am financially freedom, or something like that. So these are the 4 parts of internal motivation. Now, examples of internal motivations are, now one is how to learn an instrument. Okay, this is one of the examples. Similarly, work as a volunteer. You might work as a volunteer, like donating a blood, or joining some orphanage and helping them, starting a business. This is also a motivation or internal motivation, which should drive from internal. Recording a video to educate. You might be passionate about recording a video to educate someone, like what I am doing. I am educating you with what are the unique ways of achieving motivation and how to stay motivated. So this is actually one of the motivation, to give you a live example. Getting fit and healthy, that is again another example of getting fit and healthy. All these are internal motivation. Okay, when all this internal motivation just generates, you should be able to move forward and take action. That's all it is. So what these are the intrinsic. Now, psychological idea that drives people from inside. Now, what are all these psychological ideas? Okay, now let us understand one by one. 3 theories of psychological ideas. So I'll just briefly tell them. You can just, if you want, you can just read them. One is theory of self-determination. Now, what do you mean by self-determination? You will determine what exactly you need to do and how exactly you need to do. That is called as theory of self-determination. If you want to read, you can just read the explanation on my blog article. Theory of cognitive evaluation. Now, this cognitive evaluation happens when you are seeking for a reward, seeking for a praise, or seeking for some outcome. So that is called as cognitive evaluation. You all your senses will evaluate, I want that. That is called your cognitive evaluation. And the third one is the flow theory. What do you mean by flow theory? Say you are already working on certain task and you are already burdened with something. That is, you are highly looking for a job and you have got a satisfactory job. That is called as theory of flow. So you will be doing that and you are satisfied. So these were the theory that, or psychological idea that drives people from inside. Now, what happens exactly when you are internally motivated? Very, very important. There are 4 things happens. Let us understand one by one. So the first one is, it shows that you are very, very strong. When you are motivated internally, automatically you are very, very strong. Even people who see you from outside, they see that you are a very, very strong person. Okay, and not easy to break. Feels more satisfied. You will feel satisfied. You will have that content. You will have that, I'm just content. I'm highly, highly satisfied. That is kind of internal adrenaline it is going to run through. And encourages creativity and new ideas. See, when you are internally satisfied, more satisfied, automatically you will be more creative and you'll be able to generate many new ideas. Okay, so this, and the fourth one is, it take part in lifelong learning. Okay, once you are motivated internally, and you will be eager and enthused to learn more and more, and you will be learning throughout your life. Okay, so these are the highly effective secrets of motivation. Unique things which you would have not heard about this on concepts and stuff like that. So please make notes. Once again, I'm telling you, and forward this particular video to as many people as possible, because you might never know, someone might be helpful by watching this particular video. Now, definition of external motivation. So now we heard about, or we learned about internal motivation. Now, what is external motivation? See, motivated by things or people outside of themselves. It's external source of motivation, like punishment or reward. As I said, it is outside of your internal motivation. Whatever you are thinking, whatever may be the outcome, whatever your reward, your praise, you are wanting, everything comes under external motivation. Okay, now there are 6 type of external motivation. Let us understand one by one. See, first one is reward is money, or reward in money. That is one type of motivation. That means that is external. When you are motivated on or gaining X amount of money, that is external. Okay, now giving praises and awards. See, people there are who are willing to take Bharat Ratna award, so they will work towards that. That is external motivation, or any kind of awards which they want to achieve. Third one is grades and other academic accomplishments. If you are a student, then achieving good grades, okay, 9 or 10 out of 10 CGPA, or 100 out of 100 marks in whatever the subjects, or excellence in your academic and accomplishments, all these are external motivation. Fourth one is the competition. Say competition is also one sort of motivation. See, today in India, people write a lot of competitive exams to gain or secure a very good position to that particular job or whatever that stuff is. So that is called as your competition. The penalties on the line. Now, this is nothing but your fear of negative accomplishments. Okay, so you are moving on a line and you might have a fear about certain consequences. That is called as penalties on the line. Next is approval from others. Now, what do you mean by approval from others? When you are approaching couple of stuff, what others might think and give you the aspect or give you the review, that is called as your approval from others. So okay, now all these are 6 types of external motivation. Now, psychological facts that explain external motivation. What are these psychological facts? There are 3 theories. As I said, theories and also I'll not give you in explanation. You can just read that. Conditioning that works. See, whatever which works, you need to condition that. Okay, that is called as conditioning the works. Second one is the theory of behaviorism. The kind of behavior you have got towards an XYZ thing is called as theory of behaviorism. How you are behaving to that particular thing or this particular stuff, that determines your external motivation. The theory of expectation. What kind of expectation you hold, that is your theory of expectation for the outcome. Now, examples are performance bonus for employees. For employees, the performance bonus is one of the external motivation. Scholarship for students. If you are a student, then taking scholarship or achieving a scholarship is one of the external motivation. Bonus for sales. Say if you are a salesperson and whatever the X amount of sales you do and the bonus what you get as a reward is called as your external motivation. Fear of losing job. Say if you are working somewhere and if you are not performing well, then fear of losing that particular job is called as external motivation. Okay, don't worry if you have that fear of losing job, just join my community and I'll help you to achieve time, place and financial freedom with the help of Blitz Networking model. Likes and approvals on social media. Say if you just post something on a social media, you have that fear whether people will like my post or what other people will think of me or what they will say and stuff like that. Okay, these are all external motivation. Fear of failing in a business. See, if you start a business and you might have a fear of failing in that particular business, if you are in my community and if you are in my Blitz Networking Hub, you will learn to achieve a fail-proof business, proven, tested. If you want, you can just try that once. Common reasons why people often feel restless and unmotivated. Why that happens? See, that is because they do not have a very clear goal. Okay, so you should have a clear goal. Anyways, burnout or being too busy. Okay, you are just beating around the bush on a couple of aspects or on a couple of activity. That is nothing but burnout or being too busy. Lack of drive. That is internal, because there is no external reward. So that kills your drive. So the lack of drive. The fear of failing. You might have a fear that I might fail if I do this. Okay, not making progress. You might not make progress at all, no matter how hard you try. So you're not making progress, getting frustrated or fizzled out. So all these are nothing but the common reasons why people feel restless and unmotivated. How can you stay motivated in tough times and how to gain it? Okay, see, it's just very, very simple. You need to get endorphin. What is endorphin? Again, it is one of a chemical which is derived from the human body. Okay, one is in order to generate the endorphin, you should regularly exercise every day. Exercise 1 hour. That is what I recommend. 1 hour of exercise. It can be your walk, it can be your physical activity, you hitting a gym, yoga, whatever it is. 1 hour of physical activity will help you generate the endorphin. The second one is setting smart goal. Very, very important. Smart goal is very, very important. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. When you have this goal, and when you write your goal, and when you keep doing small things to achieve this particular goal, automatically your endorphin gets generated. Read books. Every day you need to read books, at least 30 minutes. There are so many self-help books, so many good books which you should pick up and read, so that your knowledge improves, so that you will be able to have a very, very strong mindset, and many aspects will happen if you read book every day. Fourth one is meditate. Just 10 minutes every day in the morning is what I would advise to meditate. Sit and meditate for 10 minutes and see the kind of energy it generates throughout the day for you. From morning till night, till you go to bed, you will be highly energized. Try this once. Fifth one is focus. Now focus is very, very important. Whatever the task, whatever the things you are doing, you just focus on that. Keep all the distractions away. Focus. See, even if you are watching this particular video, focus, make notes. Focus on what I am saying. That will help you to achieve or to get motivated. That is what the simple fact is. Okay. Now, how to keep going on and on when things get very, very hard for you. Okay. You might get strangulated. Then still, how you can just keep going on and on. See, single solution is perseverance. What do you mean by perseverance? That is, keep on doing activity without, even if it is a tough, don't hesitate or don't take a back step. Keep doing, keep pursuing, or keep pushing yourself. There are 4 perseverance psychology. Let us just decode one by one. The first one is mindset for growth. You need to have a thorough or proper mindset. You should have a growth mindset. Even if you are in a tough situation, you should have a growth mindset. You should not have a negative mindset or a backward mindset. Always positive to reach pinnacle. The second theory is, or second psychology is, being strong. You need to show yourself very, very strong, both emotionally as well as intellectually. Both emotionally as well as intellectually, you need to be very, very strong. No matter whatever happens, you should be very, very strong. The third one is motivation from within. How you can generate motivation from within? Get endorphin. How you can get endorphin? Watch my previous step. And efficacy in oneself. That means trusting yourself and your ability, how capable and efficient you are. Every person in this planet Earth are capable of one thing or the other thing. It is you who has to determine that efficacy and take it forward. So these were the unique tips to stay motivated every time and everywhere. Okay. Now conclusion. See, tips to develop perseverance. I will give you a couple of tips to develop the perseverance and how Blitz Networking Hub can help you in being motivated, or every day you can get the motivation. Okay. Now, make your goals clear. That is your first step. You need to make a clear goal. Write your clear goal statement. That has to be smart. Okay. Do that first thing. Set up a system of support. What do you mean by system of support? You should have an accountability partner. You should have a mentor. You should have someone who is guiding you. All this is nothing but your support system. Whenever you get stuck, you should go to that support system and seek help. Okay? Learn from mistakes. Whatever mistakes you do, learn from them. Do not repeat those mistakes. And finally, be open to change. You need to open to change. If you are hardbound, if you are not reluctant, or if you are reluctant to not changing yourself, then it is very difficult. So these are the tips to develop perseverance. Now, how Blitz Networking Hub can help you in achieving all this perseverance? I'll just explain one by one. Please pay attention. One is join Blitz Networking VIP Club, where every day I give a lot of assignments. Lot in the sense, every day you get assignment to watch a small video of 1 minute or 2 minutes, or small paragraph to read that will drive your endorphin. you can just join the VIP club at www.kuldeep.es/VIP. Okay, link for the same is also given in the description. And you can join Blitz Book Club. See, Blitz Book Club is something which I have created where you need not have to read the entire book. Rather, you can just, with the video summary of a book I have created, you have to just watch it for 15 to 20 minutes, not more than that. And you will also get so many pointers, so many helping stuff if you are joining a Blitz Book Club in order to understand the entire book within a span of 30 minutes of time. Just 30 minutes of time. Okay. So the joining link for the same is www.kuldeep.es/BBC Blitz Book Club. Next, join Blitz Focus Club. Okay. Now, what do you mean by Blitz Focus Club? See, if whatever the work you want to do in 10 hours of time, you can just do it in 1 hour of time. That is by sitting and focusing on one particular activity, or whatever the toughest activity you want to take up, sit and focus on that. See, Blitz Focus Club is an accountability system where you will be entering into a club, and for 1 hour, see, it can be for many hours also, for 1 hour there will be an accountability partner who will be guiding you, who will be seeing you whether you are focusedly working on your activity and stuff like that. So that is your Blitz Focus Club. The joining link for the same is www.kuldeep.es/BFC. Attend my 90 minutes live webinar on decoding Blitz Networking Blueprint. Okay, if you want to achieve time, place, and financial freedom by turning your passion and your knowledge into a business, online digital enterprise business, then attend this live webinar. It is conducted on every Saturday at 7 p.m. Just attend this. You'll be entering into the zone of time, place, and financial freedom. The joining link for the same is www.kuldeep.es/join. And finally, if you want to read this particular article in detail, then you can just check out or read at www.kuldeep.es/blog. Hope this video was useful and you have made notes. Happy learning. This is Kuldeep Eregodu signing off until we meet again in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.